Okay guys, here we are in a vintage daily event in round 2, and we are playing against a gentleman named Oller. And we don't know what Oller is playing, but we're going to keep our hand. I think it's pretty reasonable. I guess our opponent's on the play here, so pretty nice opening from him. Hopefully it's not a turn 1 Jace. No, we didn't get a turn 1 Jace, so that's pretty solid. See if we can get that out. If not, we'll just, if it gets countered, then we'll just come out with an Ancient Tomb and play a Thorn. I mean, we could strip mine him. So he got us with a misstep. Yeah, I think we'll play a Thorn here. Another one, huh? Interesting. So Ancestor Recall, which kind of does make me wish that I had have stripped him. So we cast it, and let's see what we can do here. Question is, do we want to play our factory here and play Thorn past turn, or do we want to play Strip Mine and play Thorn? And I think the Strip Mine might be the more powerful play here. I mean, he did just draw a bunch of cards, but you know, keeping our opponent underneath our spheres as best we can is a significant thing. And it's kind of like he's going to get one big chance to use the Black Lotus here, and that's it. So I think the Strip Mine is the correct play, barring we draw something better. You know, like I would very strongly consider casting a Chalice of the Void on 1 over the Thorn. Okay, so he's just doing it. Tarmogoyf. Okay. So it looks like we're playing against a Rug deck, would be my guess. Okay. That's fine. So I think I am going to, now here's the thing, 2, 3, 4, 5. So next turn I could actually cast the Steel Hellkite. That's the thing. And if he's got Force of Will, we get burned pretty good. I think I'm just going to play the Thorn in the factory here. I think that is the correct play. Unfortunately, we're having to plunk ourselves to do it, but I think that's just fine. The long-term game plan here is pretty good. And hopefully our opponent does not have lands. That would be... Okay, so he does have the Trop. And I don't like that as much, because if he's got a Trigon Predator or something like that, we're in trouble. Okay, passed back. Oh, what a draw. Now, I mean, if he's got main deck removal here, we're in trouble. Like if he's got a Nature's Claim or something, this is pretty bad, but if he doesn't, it's really good, because next turn we're going to be able to hopefully attack in and strip mine him, attack him with both our factory and the Hellkite here, and hopefully remove his Tarmogoyf, which would leave us in a very dominant position. But I was very excited to draw that Cavern of Souls there. That was huge. Knowing that we were able to resolve the Steel Hellkite makes a big difference. Okay. so my opponent's got red too. So we are absolutely playing against Rug. Young Pyromancer is definitely good. But if he can't remove my Hellkite here, and I suspect he can't, we're just going to blow both of these guys up right now. Now he might have Gush as well. And I suspect he does have a Gush here. But I think we make him respond to our Strip Mine here. And I'm not sure which is the correct card to take here, whether it's red or it's actually green. But I probably just think I want to take away the green here. They're both equally pretty tough threats for us to beat. But let's take away the Trop Island here. Yes, there are lightning bolts, but I'm more fearful of a Trigon Predator here. So he is going to Gush. And because he has Gush now, he's not going to be able to counter our Forge Master. And yes, he's drawing lots of cards, but that's okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. And unfortunately, we're not going to be able to actually cast the Forge Master here, because I have to kill his... But that's okay. Now the question is, do I want to pump here? And I think I do. No, do I? No, we're just going to nuke everything afterwards and hold up our factory as fodder here. So that's pretty powerful, getting rid of those. He's now got a 1/1 token. And he's put himself behind on land by gushing. Okay, so another Pyromancer is definitely good, but I don't think he can actually cast any spells here. Yeah, let's plow in here. So hopefully this will do it, guys. Okay. So against Rug, I mean, I know Rug typically runs Wastelands. I don't know if we actually want 2 Crucibles or not. We didn't see a Wasteland there out of my opponent, but what do we want to take out here? I just think all of our creatures are relevant. I do like duplicates solely not for the reason of being able to get Trigon Predators with it. Excuse me, I beg your pardon. And Double Crucible may be a little bit of an overkill against our opponent here, but I think it's worth it, because being able to cast our spells is pretty vital. I think he has difficulty dealing with them. So I think maybe I'll just take out a... do I want to get rid of a Sphere here? I like Chalice of the Void a lot against Rug. because of all their 1 and 2 casting cost spells. And they don't run Abrupt Decay, so it's a pretty powerful spell against them. But I don't like 4 on the draw. I think we'll take out a Thorn here. Let's see if we can have a good hand here. Yep, it's pretty good. It's precarious, but it's good. Because where it becomes a problem, if he wastelands, if he counters our Crucible and wastelands us, then you know we're just dead with this hand because of the sheer casting cost of our spells. But I mean, you just can't ship a hand like this. You just have to hope he doesn't have anything crazy. Okay, well, I have to admit, I'm pretty happy to have drawn the 2 Moxen here. I mean, I think the likelihood that we actually get a spell through here is pretty bad. But I am going to try casting the Sphere of Resistance here. Actually, maybe I don't want to do that. Do I just want to go for the Gusto? I think I do. You know, the question is does he have a Wasteland or not in his deck? And if he doesn't, I'm more than happy to just play the Sphere of Resistance here and not play anything. Like, play my Workshop, but I don't know that I have that luxury here. Yeah, let's cast a... We just got to go for it. I mean, there's just a whole dearth of threats here that can get me. Like, I mean, I'm sure he's got Nature's Claims in his deck, and so he lets it through. And, you know, we just have to hope that the Sphere gets through here and that we don't get our Crucible destroyed and we don't get wastelanded. If that's the case, almost assuredly we're going to die. But... okay, so he absolutely has a threat for our Crucible Worlds here. He's going to be able to plunk it right now. You know, things always get a lot tougher post-board. Particularly when you're playing a deck like Rug, they really can focus on hate because they run both green and red, which is very artifact-centered hate. So here goes our Crucible, right? Okay, interesting. Maybe an Ancient Grudge is what he's going for here, I suspect. Ancestral Recall, okay. Well, I can live with that. And what we're looking to draw here that would be amazing is a Cavern of Souls. Okay, so interesting. Brainstorm. No, the only way that makes sense is if he's got a fetch land in his hand to play the Brainstorm before the Ancestral Recall. If he doesn't, then it doesn't seem very good to me. I'd be far more likely to cast the Ancestral Recall, draw some cards, and then Brainstorm and Filter and post, but not all minds think alike. So what we're trying to avoid here is a Wasteland. That's essentially what it comes down to for us right now. And I know Rug does play Wastelands typically. Alright, so he played a Tarn. And a pitch. Probably going to see a recall right now. Which will put him up to 7 cards. Now, Wasteland would be good for us here, too. Okay, Delver. We want to land here. And we got one. Pretty good for us. Well, we're one off from casting a Sundering Titan. I think the Worm Coil is the more dangerous card here for us, so we're going to try and cast the Triskelion here, and if this lands, which it might, we can get a Delver. So my opponent must have something in his hand because he's thinking about this. I guess it's a matter of does he want to pitch a Force of Will, which I'm not discontent if he does. Okay, he lets it through, so we're just going to kill that right now. There's no point in waiting. Very happy to have gotten that through. What we want more than any card right now is to get a... Well, a Cavern of Souls would be amazing because we just get such good value out of it with the Sundering Titan. So this is probably an Ancient Grudge now. Oh, he's gushing. Interesting. It's pretty good. But a Cavern of Souls is really, really strong for us here because we can get the either a Worm Coil Engine or a Sundering Titan down, and Worm Coil, I think, in this particular situation where he's got no land in play, being the more powerful play. Okay, so he did get us with a Lightning Bolt. Okay, which is fine. Tarmogoyf is pretty good here. And so is Delver. Okay. Workshop, wow. Well, I think we go for a Worm Coil here, right? I mean, Worm Coil's bad if he's got a Force of Will in his hand. He did just gush, and I think Worm Coil offers me more value later. The question is, do we want to get greedy and wait for his red land to come into play, which we know he has one, so that leaves him with 2 cards. So essentially he's got to have a Force of Will. I'm just going to do the Worm Coil here. I think it's worth it. And we just got to hope it gets through. And if it does, we're in very good shape, and if it doesn't, then we're not as in good shape. All right. So he's got a Spell Pierce. So he's got 2 unknown cards in his hand, so he can get me for 3 here. Can't block a Delver. Forge Master. We will attack. Okay, so he's got a Nature's Claim. So he's now got 1 unknown card in hand. I mean, we just tried the Sundering Titan here. And hopefully this gets through. And it does, so that's really good for us. Okay. So we have a lot of power on the board right now. So he didn't attack. So we know he's got a Pierce. Wow, that's a nice card to draw. And we can get over a Spell Pierce easy enough. So I'm just going to attack with my Death Toucher and my Sunring Titan here. And hopefully they get through. So I think we just go for a Construct here. So that gets through, and that's pretty powerful having that. We've got, what, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana left over. Okay. It's nice because it can block the Time-Regoyf. Not that I would do that in this position here, but because next turn we've got a very easy way of getting out, you know, whatever, be it a Steel Hellkite, a Duplicant. Oller start a chat. Just chatting with my opponent here about what he should have Mystical Tutored for. He's just asking, or stating he should have probably gone for an Ancient Grudge with that Mystical Tutor, and I fully agree with him. He's saying Claim feels kind of weak there, but not when you're facing down an Artifact deck. Ancient Grudge is very, very good.